Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat 3 Career Mode. Today we go to Auto Club here in the Xfinity Series and in the Cup Series. So hopefully we can pull something good off. In the Cup Series we have finished second once here before. Last season was a bit of a rough race, so hopefully we don't have that going into today's race. Last episode we had Derek Kraus in the car. In this episode we actually had Ryan Vargas back in the Xfinity cars, so we're hoping that maybe he could have a better run than he did back in Daytona, although I believe he did finish 20th, and he actually qualified on the pole in this race as he went down towards turns 1, and the pole wouldn't last long. As he went into turns 1, he actually messed up the entrance just a little bit, and he got taken 3 wide by Cole Custer and I believe Justin Allgaier there on the bottom, so immediately getting hung out and drifting backwards now as he would still be 3 wide with the 98 and the 00 of Harvick, and Custer down the back straight away as he would kind of drift backwards, and by the time he came to about the midway point in this race, he was running in the 6th position behind this group of cars here, with Allgaier being in the lead of this little group as he came down the back straightaway, just kind of sitting in position right now, waiting to make his move, and he would just kind of ride here right up until the last lap. There you see he did make a move to the top, trying to make something happen on the outside of Elliott Sadler, but by the time it came to the final lap in the turns 3 and 4, this was really his chance to make a big move to the outside of Harvick, and he does just that as he came 3 wide on the exit of the corner. Cole Custer looking like he will edge out Allgaier for the victory as Vargas tries to come through side by side with the 20 of Bell, and he would come across the line to get the 3rd finishing position in Auto Club. So it's finally a top 10 for our team after a rough start to the season, and hopefully we can keep up this momentum throughout the rest of the season. And obviously we're going to get a decent amount of money from that finish. You see the team moves up into 18th in points. I'm not sure who's going to be in the car next episode, but maybe put it down in the comments who you would like to see next episode in our car, which will be I believe Texas for the Xfinity Series. But obviously now we look at the Auto Club race for the Cup Series. Like I said, track we got a 2nd place finish at here in my rookie season. We came to qualifying using Denny Hamlin as a draft partner actually in the 2nd session as we came down through turns 3 and turns 4. Coming out of turn 4 side by side with the 11. I knew that this might hurt my lap a little bit as we came down the front straight away, just trying to get whatever time we could. We would come across the line and hit a 38.904 as our best, and we will start P13 in Auto Club. So let's see if we can rally our way forwards.
Hello everyone. Today NASCAR wraps up its annual West Coast swing with a stop at Auto Club Speedway for the running of the Auto Club 400. Auto Club, located in Fontana, California, is roughly 50 miles due east of Hollywood. The stars of NASCAR are ready to take the stage and tackle this 2-mile D-shaped asphalt oval. Drivers like Martin Truex Jr., Brad Keselowski, and California native Jimmy Johnson will all try to grab the spotlight with a trip to victory lane. This vast and wide racetrack has multiple grooves, which means lots of passing opportunities. So grab your popcorn. Today should be quite a show.
Alright, we are ready to go green here in Auto Club Speedway, the track where all the celebrities show up at now, as Ryan Newman crashed during qualifying, so he's starting in the back with the backup car. Ryan Blaney gave up his qualifying position for new tires, so he starts in the back, and there you see your front row. Joey Logano on pole, 2nd place, Chase Elliott, as we get ready to restart now, or start this race from the 12th position. We moved up 1 spot due to Ryan Blaney going to the back for new tires, as we are ready to go green in Auto Club. The green flag is out, and we are underway in one of my favorite races of the season now as we come through to cross the line to start this race. It is a 14-lap first stage as we head down towards turns 1. Logano tries to pull ahead of Joey Logano as we head down, or Logano tries to pull ahead of Chase Elliott as we go into turns 1, and he does so as we go side by side with former teammate of Kyle Larson in the number 42 as we come out of turn 2 now, going up the track just a little bit there as we come down the back straightaway. Jones behind me, Kurt Busch looking to my inside just about now as we head down towards turns 3 and turns 4 behind the 14 of Clint Boyer, as Jones is going to look up my inside now, and we're going to get hit in the left-hand side by the 3 of Austin Dillon, who sent it in pretty deep, and that certainly was a close moment already in this race, just about getting taken out very early now as we come down the front straightaway side by side with the 24 of William Byron to complete this first lap as we lose 5 positions on the opening lap here, so not a very good start, but hopefully we can rally back as we head down into turns 1 And the 21 of Paul Menard, he looks to my inside as well. I decided to jump up to this top line to see if I could make some speed up here. And certainly early on, you can see I do make the speed up down the back straightaway, side by side again with the 24 of Byron as we get onto the back of Eric Jones going down towards turns 3 as we would try to run the bottom line. By the time we came to lap 3, working our way back up to P14, battling alongside the 11 now of Denny Hamlin as we came down the back straightaway, and we would pass him to take the 13th position away as we went down into turn 3, coming alongside the 3 of Austin Dillon as we head into the corner, running that top line through turns 3 and 4, getting a run on the outside of the 1 of Kurt Busch as we make a 3 wide on the exit of turn 4 down the front straightaway, and we would try to continue this momentum as we could not quite keep it, but by the time we came to about the halfway point of the stage, we got past Kurt Busch, now battling alongside the 3 of Austin Dillon as we head down into turn 3, trying to take the 11th position away from him as we slowly rally our way forwards in this first stage as we're closing in on a top 10 position now as we battle side by side still with Austin Dillon as we would come across the line, closing in though on 10th place Chase Elliott as he holds the final position for stage points as we head down in to turns 1 and turns 2 with Kurt Busch lurking on my back bumper now as we head through the center of the corner, building up the run again on the outside to come alongside the 3 of Austin Dillon as we exit the corner, but I would fall in just behind him and then look to his outside again, and we would get ahead of him, and we would also pass Chase Elliott by the time we hit 4 to go on the stage, holding that last position right now in 10th as we went down into turns 1 and turns 2. There you see Elliott lurking behind me and Austin Dillon behind him as we close in on this pack ahead, but it's going to end early. Stage 1 gets called early due to something going wrong behind us, and we will get 10th in the first stage, and Jamie McMurray actually won the stage, so a playoff point for him as they're putting together a very solid start to this race for that team so far. And we're ready to go green to start the second stage now as the green flag is out. The 42 going way down the track here on this restart as we come through to cross the line. Clint Boyer is going to make a 3 wide with myself in the 18 as he gets into the side of me as we head down towards turns 1 and turns 2, making a little bit more contact with the 14 as we head down into turns 1, getting down into line, but we make contact with the 18. And sideways we go up the track, but we hang onto the car, and that was 100% my fault right there as I just turned left. Kind of in a reaction to clear the 14 of Boyer, and unfortunately I drove right into the side of the 18 of Kyle Busch, and that certainly sets us back down to 20th as we had just worked our way back up from a bit of a dramatic start in stage 1, and now once again we're caught in the back as we force it up the middle. 3 wide between the 21 and the 37, a bit of an aggressive move here early on in this stage, but we're trying to gain whatever positions we can, of course, as we come through the front straightaway to finish this first lap in the stage on the back of the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the 7-time champ, who's not having a great start to this season. Last season I believe he had 2 wins, and the season before he had 1 win, so he's got 3 wins in my 2 seasons in the Cup Series at this point. And as we come out of turn 2, side by side with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson now as we would clear him and look to the outside briefly of William Byron, but not able to make it work as we get down in to turn 3, running in the 19th position. And the 24 is going to check up quite a bit, and we get into the back of him, and sideways he goes as we completely take the 24 out now as he comes back up the track. Huge hit on the wall for William Byron as I completely drove right through him as he checked up just enough, and I thought maybe I could squeak by on the outside, and I just drilled him right in the right rear, and around he went, which is 100% my fault. We don't often go and wreck anyone, but unfortunately we did here today in the Auto Club Speedway with William Byron, but we would restart in the 18th position. Certainly felt bad for what I did, and hopefully William Byron can rebound from that. He's had a terrible start to this season, and he looks to rebound now with 11 to go here in the second stage as we start alongside the 11 of Denny Hamlin, who's not having a great race himself. As you see that checkup again, it's one of the big things at Auto Club in this game. The AI really check up in the corners at times, so you really got to be careful to not drive right into the back of them like I just did with William Byron as we head down the back straightaway side by side with the 48 of Jimmy Johnson once again as we head down into turn 3, running up the track a little bit as we come through the center of the corner now. There you see the bit of a checkup as we get a run on the outside of the 38. I don't know, maybe if it's not even a checkup, it's just I get a much better run than the AI through the center of turns 3 and 4 as we come down the front straightaway though, running in that 19th position. We would work our way back up to P12 by lap 11 of 16 in the second stage. So we just continued to rally our way forwards. Now looking to the inside of our teammate Clint Boyer, moving up to the 11th position. Now running on the back of Austin Dillon in the 3, who holds the last stage points paying position there in P10 as we come through across the line with just 5 to go in the stage. We look to his inside and go down into turns 1 side by side with the 3 of Austin Dillon, as we would take the position away from him as well to finally move back into the top 10, as it took us about 7-8 laps or so to rally our way back forwards. But we finally got back into the top 10, and by the time we came to 2 to go on the stage approaching the white flag, we ran down Almirola, our teammate, in P9, getting into this battle here to get whatever points we can before the stage is over. And we look to his outside as we come out of turn 4, using that draft from the 2 of Keselowski, last season's champion. As we come down the front straightaway to start this final lap, we have a bit of a pack race going on right now in front of us. It seems like the top 10 cars can actually stay in the pack, and then everyone else kind of struggles as we head down into turns 1 and turns 2, going 3 wide as we exit turn 2 side by side with the 20 of Eric Jones and the 10 of Almirola, as we're going to give the 22 a bump down the straightaway. Now as we're kind of in a hole, we have McMurray looking to my inside, and we have obviously 2 cars on my inside as we head down into turn 3 for the final time in the stage. There's Logano 3 wide, and we're going to try to make it 4 wide on the outside here as we exit turn 4 for the final time in the stage. Now Logano gets down as we're 3 wide on the exit of the corner as we come through the trial. Well, Logano's going to hang on to the position as we will come through to get P11 in stage 2. So just short of stage points. Unfortunately, that was just a very dramatic end to the stage. That was a legitimate pack race, I guess, there as we finish the stage. Our teammate Kevin Harvick, though, wins stage 2, so very good for him. And we would come to pit road and have to give up 18 positions due to the 4 tires I had to take. But I'm pretty confident we can gain this back pretty quickly on this inside line as the green flag is back out. The final stage is underway. And we close in on the bumper of the 17 of Ricky Spinhouse, who's having a career day here in 27th, as we try to look to his inside as we head down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Now as we make sure we got this bottom line going into the corner now, as we come through the center of the corner, looking to the inside of the 17, now on the inside of the 00 of Landon Castle as we exit turn 2 down the back straightaway. We make contact with the 00 as he was actually in the 3 wide situation already, and I made a 4 wide and I didn't even realize, and he would end up kind of just shoving his way down the track into the side of me. So that was once again a slight setback, but we would immediately gain this time that we just lost right back. So we really only lost like a corner worth of time as we would look to the inside of the 00 as we came down through the trial to complete this first lap in the stage. Only 17 to go, I believe, in the final stage here in Auto Club. So certainly not a lot of time as we head down into turns 1 and 2, looking at the inside now of the 21 of Paul Menard. But you can clearly see we have a lot of speed in this car. We are easily a top 10 car, but we just kind of had setbacks throughout this whole race as we come down the back straightaway. There's William Byron, who's rallied his way back into the top 20 after we were the ones that wrecked him, as his car is certainly not in great shape now. As we come through turns 3, making it to the back of the 11, I had to check up there. I could have maybe went to the top and gone around him, but I decided not to now, as we were kind of just stuck behind this 3 wide battle between the 88, the 3, and the 11 as we come across the line, hit 16 to go now as we head into turns 1, making it 3 wide up the middle between the 88 and the 3. As we head into turns 1, I would back out of the situation and try to get down to the bottom line, and we would do just that, but we'd get onto the apron, and we would actually finally save an apron touch as we came out of turn 2, as I really had to get out of the throttle, though, to hang on. But it certainly seems like just a lot of little mistakes have really set us back in this race now, as we came to lap 37, running in P18 behind 17th place of the 24 car of William Byron. We would look to his inside and just blow right on past him as we finally got the chance and close in on the back of 16th place of Kurt Busch in that Monster Energy Camaro as we would come across the line with 11 to go. Still P16 now behind 15th of David Reagan. We got past Kurt Busch as we head down into turns 1, trying to make a move on the 38 of Reagan to get into the top 15, but you can see we might be 16th, but this has kind of been a pack race, so we aren't really too far behind as we come down the back straightaway side by side with the 38 of Reagan, moving our way almost towards the top 15 as we head down into turn 3 side by side with the 38, but I'm going to check up and pull a crossover on the 38 as we look to his inside through the exit of the corner, and out of turn 4 we will pull ahead and clear the 38 of David Reagan to finally re-enter the top 15 as Kevin Harvick, our teammates, drifted outside of the top 10 after winning the second stage, so not a great great start to him in this final stage with just 10 to go now. By the time we came to lap 41, 9 to go, still P15, making it to the inside though, using the apron in turns 3 and turns 4, passing the 37. We just drove right down to the grass and just drove right back up in front of him, moving our way into P13 side by side with Kevin Harvick, as we would also try to run down the 9 of Elliott. And we were certainly showing some speed here late in this race as we went down into turns 1, giving up that bottom for a brief moment, and the 37 tried to stick his nose in, but we would get clear. We would also pass the 9 of Chase Elliott there as we would move up to P12, coming to 5 to go, sending it down to the apron again, now coming up alongside the 42 of Kyle Larson, and there's a car on his outside, so we're 3 wide right now as we come through the tri-oval. This Bubba Wallace on his outside, he's having a great run as we come through to cross the line. It is just 5 laps to go in Auto Club now as Kevin Harvick gets to my back bumpers. We head down into turns 1 and 2, sticking it up the inside just about of Kyle Larson as he leaves the hole, but I just couldn't quite get to his inside as we came through the center of the corner and exited turn 2. By the time we came to just 3 to go, we lost the spot to Kurt Busch, and we actually fell back to P13, but we looked to his inside going into turns 1 and 2 as we just kind of got stuck here, not really able to go much further now as we're still in this bit of a pack as we try to exit turn 2, closing in on the back of the 10 of Eric Almirola, another Stewart Haas Racing teammate, as we look to his inside down the back straightaway, approaching just 2 laps to go at the line, as certainly would be nice to get another top 10. We finished in the top 10 every race so far as we start using the apron again, closing in on the back of the 4 side by side again with Kyle Larson and the number 42 as we sit P11 only 1 second back, and by the time we came to the end of lap 49, we obviously passed Larson using the apron again in turns 3 and 4. Joey Logano leads over second place of Jamie McMurray as we exit turn 4, approaching the white flag, and you see up ahead the top 9 cars are just in this condensed pack as we cross the line to start the final lap as we head down into turns 1 and 2 for the final time here in Auto Club. Kurt Busch lurking back in P11 as we really want this top 10 as he looks to my inside, but we keep clear as we get a pretty good run through turns 1 and 2 as we come down the back straightaway for the final time in Auto Club. Joey Logano won the Daytona 500 at the beginning of the season. He looks to win again here in Auto Club as we look to the inside of our teammate Kevin Harvick, and we send it into turn 3 using that apron as we come alongside the 14 of our teammate of Clint Boyer as we exit turn 4 now side by side, 3 wide as we exit turn 4. Joey Logano is going to come through to win the race in Auto Club. Jamie McMurray second, and we're going to come through to get P9 in Auto Club just behind the 14 of Boyer and the 20 of Eric Jones. Certainly a good run we had at the end of this race. We had many setbacks, like I said, and that put us in a hole, unfortunately. Joey Logano, obviously the winner of this race, his second win on the season. I believe our first multi-time winner this season as we sit now P5 in the points standing. So a good overall day for us in the points, so can't really complain too much. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very, very appreciated, as Clint Boyer not very happy with us. We apologize to him, and David Reagan, he's not very happy, so we apologize to him as well. And in the next episode, we will be going to Martinsville, a track I enjoy a lot. We'll see if we can maybe pull off a victory over there. Hopefully we can do it, but it's going to be tough now as there you see the playoff grid about to be on your screen. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, like I said, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And there you see Logano leads the playoff grid right now, and Jimmy Johnson's just 2 points out. So your last car in is Alex Bowman. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we'll be going to Martinsville, so I'll see you then. Have a great day, everyone.